How's it going, everybody? Thank you very much. I always appreciate you watching. I'm Orlando Ruiz Jr. Welcome to another classic movie review. This is my review of a classic romantic comedy from 1959, starring two great movie stars from back in the day that made a great on-screen couple. I'm talking about Doris Day and Rock Hudson in 1959's Pillow Talk, from director Michael Gordon. Rock Hudson is one of the great movie stars from back in the day, starred in many great classics, movies like 1956's Giant. He was also in All That Heaven Allows, Come September, Avalanche, one of my favorite 1970s disaster flicks, and would go on to have a good career in television after his career in film. He was in the classic 70s show Macmillan and Wife, co-starring alongside Susan St. James from 1971 to 1977. And then you got Doris Day in this film, who is a great movie star in her own right, starring in movies like Calamity Jane, By the Light of the Silvery Moon. She was also in Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much. The chemistry and the magic in the film between our two main stars, Doris Day and Rock Hudson, is so apparent, so strong, and so entertaining that it's no surprise that the two would reunite again to star in a couple movies together after this, in movies like Lover Come Back and Send Me No Flowers. But personally, for me, I think Pillow Talk is their best collaboration. In the film, Hudson plays Brad Allen, a successful, very laid back, very carefree guy that happens to be a composer, also quite the ladies' man. He has his little routine. He has this thing where he writes a song and changes the name for the different women that he's talking to that day. Living in her own apartment very close by is Jan Morrow, played by Doris Day. She is a successful single interior decorator that shares a party line with Rock Hudson's character. Apparently, if you have the party line, it's a bit cheaper than having your own line back in the day. And so every now and then she picks up the phone to hear him on the phone, and she can't get any of her calls in because he's constantly talking to this woman or that woman. It doesn't take long for Jan's annoyance towards Brad to turn into downright hostility, especially when confronting him on the phone about all the time he spends on the line and how she can't get any business calls out, since after all she does work from home. And the more that she complains, the angrier she gets, the more combative, and the more that he kind of flirts back with her, just kind of ticking her off even more. And she confides in her friend Jonathan, who has a real thing for her. She's not really that interested, but he really, really wants to be with her. And Jonathan, played by Tony Randall, also happens to know Brad because they used to be old college buddies. Later on, there's a scene where they're out dancing, and Brad spots her and sees her and thinks she's very attractive, and right away you can tell he's got a thing right then and there for her. And so he puts on an act and starts to put on this Texas accent and goes by Rex and completely fools her. Jan and Rex start to go out a lot. She's attracted to him, and so she begins to fall for him and really likes the whole Southern gentleman act, not knowing that it's an act and thinking that he is the real deal, not knowing that he's the guy that she despises, that is always taking up all the time on the phone, on the party line. And so it gets pretty damn interesting. There's one great scene where the two of them are talking on the phone, and she's talking to Brad, and she's also talking to Rex, and he keeps changing up his voice from Brad to Rex, from his regular voice to his Southern accent, his Texas accent. And the whole time, she has no idea that she's talking to this guy that she's falling for, who is also this guy that she can't stand. It's a really great moment. Tony Randall is a real delight in the film in the role of the friend Jonathan. He's always funny throughout the movie. He has some great lines. And you also have character actress Thelma Ritter, who is great in movies like How the West Was Won, All About Eve, Rear Window. In this movie, she plays the character of Alma, an alcoholic woman that comes around every now and then. Alma likes to eavesdrop every now and then and listen to Brad and Jan's conversations because, you know, she's that nosy lady that gets a kick and gets entertainment out of that kind of thing. If you're a music lover, then you get an extra special treat because Doris Day gets to sing in the movie. She does a little number with somebody when they go out to an establishment where they have somebody singing at a piano. She joins along and kind of steals the show in that moment, and that's a great scene. And there's a lot of fun to be had with this movie. Everyone in the main cast absolutely nailed their role in this movie. From beginning to end, there is impeccable comedic timing, which makes this movie so much fun to watch, such a joy to watch from beginning to end. Great writing, fun dialogue, great lines, and performances. It's a very quickly paced film, goes by like that, and it's just a very enjoyable love story that has memorable characters, and you should definitely check out if you're into a good romantic comedy. I highly recommend. This is a movie that I'm sure you can still find on streaming, but you guys know me, I'm a hard copy kind of guy. Here is my copy right here on DVD. As you can see there, Rock Hudson and Doris Day having a little pillow talk moment right there. Cute little movie, fun time. 1959's Pillow Talk, 3.5 stars. Check it out. Thank you all very much for watching this classic movie review. I always appreciate it. If you're into classics, if you're into movies, if you're into this kind of thing, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications on more movie reviews from me coming very soon. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for your support. I always appreciate it. Please don't forget to comment, share, like, always helps out the channel. Everybody take care of each other. Peace out. Till next time, God bless.